Hello, check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Checking microphone levels. What's up? What's up? Hi, everyone. Hello, and welcome to PodGis. I'm your host, Ava Val. I host this thing, and I also do so much comedy. I do so much comedy and podcast. Welcome to episode 131 of podcast. You guys, I've been vocal training. Can you tell? Can you tell that I've been trying really hard lately? And I still hit that Jerry Seinfeld level. Get right up there. I try and pick up the pitch, and I push a little too hard, and then it gets a little bit shaky. She flies too close to the sun, like Dickarus. You know what I'm saying? Because I have penis. Hi, everyone. Welcome to PodGis. Hello, it's me with my new rainbow umbrella. And this is the way it's going to be from now on. I'm just going to, it's Pride Month, and we're going to talk like this the entire time. And I'm going to have this, we figured out the lighting last time. And, we're just going to keep this momentum going as far as lighting goes, and it's this umbrella has stopped the sheen, and I am truly when it comes to stopping sheen and any kind of glisten and gloss on my head, then I truly am a pioneer. I'm like the Mavis Beacon of reducing sheen on PodGis. There is nobody better on PodGis who is better at reducing sheen than me. I'm the Mavis Beacon. I'm such a of all the people on PodGis. Think about it. Think about it. Of everyone you've ever seen on PodGis, think of anyone who's been better at reducing sheen than me. Um, Mavis Beacon. Mavis Beacon taught me typing. Let's do. Am I every time I bring up Mavis Beacon, I wonder truly who else out there would get the reference. Who else is gonna know who Mavis goddamn Beacon is? Okay, I gotta look her up now. Who it? Okay, see now this is where the umbrella. I told you last time I was gonna find some way to fashion it to the chair, but I lied. Remember when I said I was gonna find a way to fashion the umbrella to the chair? I lied. Ah! And then you get thrown off the cliff. Okay, there we go. Found it. Holding it. Mavis Beacon. Who is she? That's top search. Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing. There she is. Oh, with her delightful smile. She taught a generation to type, and that includes me. The dark mystery of Mavis Beacon investigated by an Oakland. Oh, wow. Did she get murdered? What the hell? She first appeared in 1987. She was discovered working behind the perfume counter at Saks Fifth Avenue, Beverly Hills, by former talk show host and partner at the software toolworks Les Crane in 1985. Okay, Mavis. Okay, Mavis's name comes from a combination of Mavis Staples, one of the software developer's favorite singers, and the word beacon, an allusion to her role as a guide to typing. So Mavis Beacon isn't a person? Oh, oh, what the hell are you even kidding? What the hell is even okay? So I speed read right past this and read other details that made what I sped over. I just lack the context. Okay. Um so Mavis Beacon, as I understood Mavis Beacon, she she was a Haitian-born Renee L'Esperance who was discovered working behind the perfume counter at Saks, whatever, blah blah blah. All the stuff that I read that I didn't even. Who starts a sentence? Who starts reading halfway through a sentence, halfway through a paragraph? Me. The answer is me. So fucking stupid. Uh, so the Mavis Beacon. Oh wow, I was holding the umbrella over my eyes. So the Mavis Beacon that I thought I knew was just some lady, a model. Oh, I've given so much. Just look at her face though. She's so smiley and wholesome, and you just want to learn. As you're typing, you just look at the cover of that box, and you're just like, "Thanks, Mavis Beacon, for teaching me typing." I wonder. Oh man, I wonder if people like actually took photos with that lady and they're like, Mavis, Mavis, you taught me how to type. I'm so tears in their eyes. I'm so grateful for everything you've done, Mavis. You taught me how to type. And now I'm a stenographer at a famous. Now I'm a stenographer for the Supreme Court. I'm a real rags to riches story, and I owe it all to you, Mavis. Mavis Beacon. Will you sign my box copy of Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing that I carry around in my work bag with me? I carry it around. I carry it with me, and I go to work to be a stenographer. Wait, is that the right thing? Am I using the right word? Gotta be. Stenography. Yes. Yeah. Right. Is that right? Take dictation. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Great job, Ava, interrupting the bit to look up the definition of a word. I mean, that is very important. The bit's pretty much done, anyways. Um, that's a really funny bit. Oh, that's good. I just love the idea of the stenographer for the Supreme Court seeing Mavis Beacon, or who he or she thinks is Mavis Beacon, and runs up and has a copy of Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing in their work bag and are like, sign it. And Mavis Beacon is actually Haitian born Renee L'Esperance. So that's okay. Whatever. I just summarized the bit back to you. Um anyways, so if you don't know what the even heck I'm talking about, then you're missing out, dude. Uh Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing is a computer software program that in the whatever early 90s or whatever. I guess what did it say, 1989 or something? Anyways, in my youth, in my young youth, there was a computer program that taught you typing, and it was called Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing, which my whole life is a lie now. Now that I know that Mavis Beacon isn't a real person and it's just a Haitian-born model Renee L'Esperance. And so it taught you how to type the proper way with your four fingers, with the four fingers on your left hand resting on ASDF, and the four fingers of your right hand resting on JKL and the semicolon slash colon key. And you would, and it's like playing a piano. And if you were good at typing, I would imagine that that skill probably translates in some small way to playing the piano, and vice versa. And you would think, therefore, that I took an affinity to it. My sister definitely did, and she plays piano. But I didn't, because I quit piano and I stopped playing Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing because the goddamn there was a level with penguins and you had to type the words correctly and quickly enough to get the penguins across this ice flow. It was a river with these ice islets that you had to type in a word and the penguin would jump on the islet. And I don't know how many of the little islets were there. Maybe it was just one, and you had to get them one across at a time. But anyways, every time you typed a word, a penguin would jump from platform to platform. And you had to get all the cute little penguins to the other side. Mavis Beacon taught me some typing. She taught me what the proper way of doing it is, and I uh And I was like, okay, I get the gist of it. And then I didn't play the game anymore. I quit the game halfway through because I lost a boss battle. Oh man, Mavis Beacon, because I don't even know how much. I didn't get to beat the final boss. What was the final boss in Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing? I would imagine you're the stenographer. There's a level where you're the stenographer for the Supreme Court. Or for like, the public trial of fucking some serial murderer. I wanted to name a serial. How come I can't think of any? The only name that came to my head was John Belushi. Why? Famous serial killer, for fuck's sake. Who's the guy with the glasses? Who's the guy with glasses? Who's the guy with the glasses? Who am I thinking of that had the glasses and he was gay and he was chopping up dudes? It was fucking dudes and then like fucking chopping them up. And they had that show. They did a show about him. Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer's the guy I was thinking of. You know, where he was fucking and sucking with dudes, and he'll bring them back to his place, and he would be like, "Hey, do you like movies?" And then he would show them a movie of him like fucking and sucking and fucking killing a guy. That was Dahmer. I just imagine somebody with that. What accent even is that? Is that Boston, New York? Anyway, somebody with that accent, just talking loudly at a Yankees or a Red Sox game. Yeah, I watched this fucking. It was this biopic or whatever. What's the one that's called? It's like a documentary, but then it's not a documentary. They just do acting. Everybody's an actor, and they all act. And it was about that guy. Have you heard of him, Dahmer? Have you heard of Dahmer? It was this fucking guy that was like fucking and sucking dudes. He was gay. Which I ain't got no problem with that. My cousin's gay. Or whatever. He's one of those that like switch from a girl to a guy or something. But he still fucks dudes. So he's gay. Anyways, Jeffrey Dahmer was this guy. He had glasses and he fucked and sucked dudes and then he'd kill them. Let's go, A-Rod. Come on, A-Rod. You got this. Just cheering. Can you tell I don't know any baseball? That's all I know about baseball. A-Rod. That's what I call my biceps. A-Rod and Rudy Giuliani. Oh no, I got the other name wrong. A-Rod and Jeter. A-Rod and Jeter. I call my biceps A-Rod and Jeter. You don't want to mess with them. Two Yankee legends. I think that's a New York accent. Pretty sure. Boy, I'm on one today. Mavis Beacon. So anyways, I should get back into, they say you can't teach a new dog old tricks. Yeah, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and I consider myself at this point an old dog, Once I forget what the age window is. But I remember learning in psychology, and I mean, it's pretty abundantly anecdotally clear everywhere you look around that after a certain age, it becomes way harder to internalize new information, and you're not as good at picking up new skills, and so I shouldn't make excuses. I should try and pirate a copy of Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing, and maybe once and for all I will finally find out what happens when all those penguins make it across the ice floe. Those poor penguins. Those poor penguins. Yeah. Mavis Beacon. It's amazing that they made that name up, because to me, in my head, whenever I think of funny names, Mavis Beacon has always stuck out in my head. It's just my go-to in my head. It's a name that just pops up. I won't be thinking about anything. And then the words Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing will pop up into my head. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be walking and my brain will go, Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing. And I'll go, uh-huh. It'll just, you know what I mean? I can't be the only person in the world that happens to. For sure. I'm willing to bet that you relate. And I would love to hear your versions of the thing, a term or a phrase that just sort of pops into your head every once in a while, and you just, consciously you're kind of like, well, what am I supposed to do with that? It just pops up, and you just got this thought now. Like, I can't. I tried taking up meditating, and this is the kind of shit that would interfere with my ability to clear my mind. It would just be, I would do my best to just do breathing, just focus on my breathing, clear my mind, and then my brain would go, Mavis Beacon teaches typing, and I'd go, yeah. That's so funny to me. Mavis Beacon also teaches you to hydrate. But also, everything I know is a lie, and Mavis Beacon is not a real woman, and she is Renee L'Esperance, who works the perfume counter at Saks Fifth Avenue, Beverly Hills. Oh, wait a second. Let me do a quick. Where are they now for Mavis Beacon? Mavis Beacon. Where is she now? Oh, this is an article by Mashable. It says, is Mavis Beacon still alive? And in bold, it says, Mavis, I hate to break it to you, but it says here in bold. It's straight up in bold. It's like, we got to tell our kids that Santa Claus isn't real. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off and just speak bluntly. This search produces Mavis Beacon is an entirely fictional character created for marketing purposes. Chris, you corporations, you made me bond with this beautiful, elegant, intelligent-looking woman. Is Mavis Beacon still used? While Mavis Beacon programs are still out there, they're nowhere near as popular now. That typing students have such a wide variety of options for learning. Figures. Anyways, that's enough of that. Gee whiz, I wish I had the attention span to read this Mavis Beacon article. But, you know what? I was about to close it. I'm gonna leave it open just in case. Probably not gonna read it, but just in case. Probably not gonna read it, but just in case, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave that page open in case I want to read it later. You guys, here's news. This happened right before I started recording, so I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I found a screw on the ground, and it's a big one. If you could see, if you're watching, look at this thing. I'm gonna hold it like they do in like beauty tutorials, in like makeup tutorials, like this. See that? It's wider than shit. It's as wide as 3 of my fingers. 2 of them. 2. Sorry, I lied. Who am I? Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing? Lying to you guys like that? This is a big screw. This is a weight-bearing screw. And I found it on the ground near my chair. And, the tension is killing me. That screw belongs to something that is surely keeping, some heavy things above the floor. And so at any given moment, my chair or my desk here might completely give way. And wouldn't that be fun? Maybe that'll go viral. I don't know. But, pray for me. Pray for me a little bit. I'm finally getting feeling back in my face. I went and I got my teeth cleaned, and check this out. I didn't go get my teeth cleaned for like a solid decade. Oh, it's hot. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn on this fan. Oh. I keep the window open in this house. Goddamn it. If you are my roommate you're gonna have to get used to a windows open policy in the summertime. Sorry, hate me, hate me for it. But there's something about, okay, I tend to run cold, first of all, but in the dead of summer, and Toronto's in the middle of a heat wave right now. Today was like 29, 30 degrees Celsius, which Americans is, I don't know, 11 billion. Fuck you and your Fahrenheit. How does that even work? Whatever. It would be like 80 something. I don't know. 80, 80 something. I'm not even going to do the math. Screw you. You look it up. 29 degrees Celsius. I'll pause so my American friends can go, wow. Or, god damn, that's crazy. Yo, I was listening to this fucking podcast and this girl with a gritty voice like she swallowed a cheese grater. She fucking said something about degrees Celsius. I had to go on my computer. At least she was kind enough to give like a pause, and I could go onto my computer and figure out that's like 800 degrees Fahrenheit or whatever us Americans. I went to the dentist today, and they did a teeth cleaning, and I was too poor to clean my teeth. I was too poor and uninsured to clean my teeth for the longest time. And so finally, now that it's not even that I'm making more money. It's just that I realized I can't go on ignoring my teeth or they are going to turn British soon. I love that. That's such a I feel like that's racist, but we can all say it. It's fine. What is that if not a racist joke? Ew, ugly British people and their ugly teeth. But it's allowed. You're allowed to make fun of British people and Italians. you know? Anyone can make fun of Italians. It's so true. How come? Why come you can make fun of Italians so hard and nobody cares? Maybe those days are numbered. All we need is one sad Italian story of racism for us all to realize the error of our ways and to stop breaking our spaghetti in half, because that's really insulting. Breaking spaghetti in half is like wearing dreadlocks now. Don't do that to someone else's culture. Okay, now I'm getting super silly ass. Okay, so there's a lot of plaque. There's a lot of plaque buildup. Yeah. Tartar. That was it. I was like, I don't even have no fish and chips. Huh. There was so much tartar buildup in my teeth over like a decade of neglect. I was flossing my teeth maybe once every 2 months, but now that I'm like hyper aware of taking better care of my teeth, my nighttime routine is fucked now. It's like a solid 20 minutes of me brushing my teeth, then flossing, then using a water pick, one full refill of the water tank per hemisphere of my mouth. I use up the whole thing on the top half, whole thing on the bottom half. That's just too much time. And I wash my face and I moisturize. I miss the days where it used to be just brush your teeth and go to bed. God, to go back there would be just so nice. I so miss brushing my teeth and going to bed, just like that. She's actually pretty good at doing an impression of a girl. Ooh, I don't like how I said that. It's giving me a complex. The way I said that gave me a complex. Now I'm complex now. I'm so complex. You couldn't handle me. I'm too complex. Okay, so anyways, today was the last of the series of me cleaning my teeth at the dentist, and I've sunk like $2,500 into this now, into this refurbishment project, I'll call it. And and it hurts. It fucking hurts. My teeth are sensitive under all that tartar. Who would have thought that tartar was fucking protecting me? Hey, that's my emotional support tartar. Don't pick that out. Leave it. It's my emotional support tartar. Ah, it hurts so much. And so I asked them finally, I was like, can we do something about this? It's excruciating. And so they injected, I can still kind of feel it. I mean, my mouth hurts like fuck now that it's worn off. They injected me with numbing stuff. And the sensation, I didn't like it, but I preferred it over the agony of feeling like I'm having my gums ripped open and fucking fat load-bearing screws shoved into them and turned. Arctic turn? Yeah, it improved vastly. It was really putting me in quite an angry mood, in quite a foul mood, due to a number of things that happened today that I'm not even gonna get into. I won't bore you with those fucking details because they suck. But yeah, thank God I don't have to do that now for another 6 months, and then we're off to like regular cleanings, which are still going to be super expensive for a poor woman like me. But this is my lot in life now. I do 20 minutes of night care routine, and I go and I break the bank on going to the dentist every 6 months to totally wipe out my emotional support tartar. Kind of makes me sad. Um, this is nice. Hey, if you live in me, you gotta deal with that. I love having the windows open because it's summertime. And here in Canada, winters make me so miserable. I just hate the cold. I hate the cold so much, and I don't like snow. I go snowboarding, but that's my only reprieve in a season that fucking sucks. Winter sucks. It sucks in Canada. And Toronto isn't even comparatively that bad. I mean, Vancouver's probably better, but like at least I'm not in Edmonton or God forbid Winnipeg. Ew. Ew. Sorry, Winnipeg. Or Nunavut. Ew. Sorry. Nothing against you as a people, but your climate fucking blows donkey dicks. And your culture blows Sasquatch's hairy ass. Your culture blows Bigfoot up there in the mountains. It goes right up to the tallest mountain cave, goes in there, where it's somehow even colder than the peak, and it sticks your tongue into Bigfoot's creamy, wide, hairy asshole. As he shits fucking pine cones or whatever, is he'd get a tongue full of crispy, undigested pine cones. Oh, ew! Ew! Ava Kiss? Oh man. Warning. Content warning. Hey, you're not supposed to do a content warning after you do the content. Hey, content warning. I just said some really disgusting, putrid stuff that you now have to picture in your head a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, back on track. Yeah, but okay, so that's the thing. If you live with me, we gotta have the windows open because also I am a bleeding heart environmentalist in convenient ways, of course. I am nothing if not a white upper middle class raised lady. I am a white woman, and so my activism only applies when it's convenient. And so you bet your ass I recycle. You bet your ass I avoid using air conditioning if I can help it. Instead, I have this little floor fan, and I wear skimpy clothes in my house. And I keep the windows open because it's nice, and I like the ambient noise. And come to think of it, this might be the first summer, to my memory, that there isn't construction happening directly outside my window. There's always something happening like above us. God, for the longest time, I'm not kidding. The unit above us, I don't know if they were building a fucking shed. I don't know if they were building a whole goddamn bat cave in another portal directly above our place. But every summer, they would start sawing. Who has a fucking bandsaw in their condo unit in Toronto? Tell me this, on the 9th floor. You know? But sure enough, at like 7 in the goddamn morning, on the hour, they'd start up that goddamn bandsaw, and they would cut through concrete. I don't know if a bandsaw is supposed to do that, but it sure did sound like it was struggling. You know? And this is the first summer that I don't really hear that. It's so nice. I've been sleeping real good lately. I won't lie. Good full sleeps. And then I wake up to the sound of the wind outside and the birds chirping. Cheep, 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 cheep. And maybe the sound of children playing. Ah, ah, stop throwing mangoes at me. Fuck you, Daryl. Hey. Stop fucking throwing mangoes at me. Daryl. Is that your sister's Dora the Explorer bag? Hey man, Dora the Explorer's pretty sick. She teaches me all kinds of stuff. Like getting along with your fellow kids and not throwing fucking mangoes at each other. You should probably watch it sometime. That's what I hear outside my window. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Oh god, okay. Got distracted there. I should tell you guys. Okay, did I finish all my tangents? I think I finished all my thoughts. I think I did. Check it out. I'm gonna consult the notes because I had a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about. Okay, this is so funny. Here we go. 2 weeks ago, sorry, it's been 2 weeks. It is what it is. Now, by now, I've fallen off the regular weekly posting schedule, and I can only apologize for that so much. Sometimes the girl's got to take care of her own sanity and mental health, and there are only so many hours in the day to do things that don't earn her any money. But the Patreon idea, I think that's the way to go. So if you are a fan of mine, please, I don't know, message me, DM me, and sound off on what I'm a woman of the people, and I want to know what you would be willing to pitch in monthly to support me for an extra like half hour a week. So that would be like 2 extra full hours of my musings, my ranting and ravings about Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing. Fuck it. If you want me to wear like a bikini while I'm doing it, I mean, maybe I could be convinced, but that would involve like a premium package. You'd have to pay a lot more a month, and we're starting to sound like OnlyFans. And if that's what you do, then God bless you, but that's not really my jam. So we'll see. Just, I open it to you, the public, because I want to always be connected to the people who like my shit. I don't ever want to be no fucking Jerry Seinfeld who's like, oh, no one laughs at me anymore. It must be because of DEI, and just hard pivoting into right-wing bullshit. Okay, anyways, this is super funny. So 2 weeks ago, let me start again. Get some water. Oh, now that I don't have any emotional support tartar, my teeth hurt so much. They're so sensitive. This is like room temperature water and it still hurt to drink. Oh, I can like feel it on my bones. They cleared away so much plaque and tartar that we've crossed the territory from tooth, where it's like where it's specifically we're talking about teeth, to bone. Now we're talking about bones. Now they're bones. And right now I can feel the air, the water on my bones. And I don't like it. Good thing I bought Sensodyne. I planned ahead. Okay, 2 weeks ago, I did a taping for radio for CBC, LOL, Laugh Out Loud Canada, that I don't have any news on when that'll come out. It'll be a while, and there's no schedule. They say that, on a given week, they'll like, one comedian's set will fit a theme that they're doing or something like that. So they showcase each one of us on a different week in the year. And so whatever, I might update you on that if you're Canadian. Once again, if you're American, sorry, you're shit out of luck. This sucks. It sucks that I live in a country that is like, you want funding for your projects? Fucking too bad. You want an audience? Fucking too bad. Double too bad. Canadians can only Canadians can watch this. What kind of secrets are you trying to keep, Canada? You're trying to keep me down? Trying to keep me there? Here? Trying to make me fucking endure more winters? Here? I don't want to do it. Although if I move to New York, it'll be, climate-wise, it'll be the same. But whatever. 2 weeks ago, I had this taping for CBC, LOL, Laugh Out Loud, Canada, CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Channel, radio. And, I had a predicament. I was getting ready for the show. It was very cold in my unit, and so I was wearing I just showered, so I didn't want to put too many clothes on, too many layers. I didn't want to sweat, so I had a pair of leggings, and I was going commando in the leggings. I just had the leggings. I threw them on under my dress. I did my makeup, did my hair, and then I left for the show, forgetting to put, because I still had the leggings because it was freezing, and I was like, I'll take these off when I get there. And then we pull up to the venue, and as soon as I step out of the car, I realize, oh fuck, I forgot to wear panties. I forgot to put on underwear, and I'm wearing these leggings, these yoga leggings, which I don't want to wear for the show. Why would I wear tacky? They didn't match my outfit. They were just weird. They're purely practical. And I realized if I wanted to take these off and perform on the show, I would have to perform commando with my girl penis, maybe perhaps giving a little how do you do, ringing the doorbell out front in my dress there, trying to punch through like the alien from Alien, trying to punch through the guy's stomach. I mean, it's not like I'm getting fucking erect on stage. And let me tell you, between you and me, the estrogen really did something to my size, which I like. I like that. It was too big. It was so inconvenient. TMI. But whatever, I talked about a fucking pinecone shredded asshole earlier today. So I realized right after we got dropped off that I forgot my underwear back at the unit. And so, luckily enough, our hotel was like just up the street from the venue. Thank God, because I had to stop. I had to stop the driver and be like, "Hey, I totally forgot something important," because I didn't want to tell anybody. I was like, "I forgot something very important, and we need to hurry back, and I need to grab it. Please, please." And all the comedians turned around as they were like, I had to stop because everybody walked ahead. and heard me, and they all turned around, and one of them was like, "Is it drugs? Did you forget your drugs? You forgot drugs?" And in my mind, I was like, I wish it was drugs. I It would have been less embarrassing if I right then and there admitted to having a coke problem. I could have lied. I should have lied. Did you forget your drugs? Yes, everyone, I have a terrible crippling cocaine addiction, and if I don't do the cocaine that I left back in my room in a pair of panties, I mean in a bag, in a little baggie for cocaine, right? Right, right? That's where cocaine goes. I left my cocaine in a little bag, and if we could go back to get that cocaine, so much I need the cocaine so much for it to do comedy. It helps my brain think better, funnier, faster. Can we go back and get the drugs for my crippling cocaine addiction? But anyways, so they're like, "Is it drugs?" And Honest Ava over here always chooses the truth, especially when it's funny. So I was like, um, no, as you can see, I'm wearing leggings. I forgot underwear. I forgot my panties. And they all either, it was a combination of them rolling their eyes and laughing. And so we had to climb back into the car. I had to go back to my unit and grab my panties. And I didn't even throw them on because it's still in my leggings because it's still fucking freezing. I still wanted to change at the show. So I basically disappeared into the hotel, came running back with with a thong scrunched in my hand, and jumped into the car. And the driver was like, wow, that was fast. I could have given you time to like change into them." I was like, "No, I'm sorry. I'm dragging everybody down. I don't want to stress anybody out. I'll change there." Just waving my pair of fucking leopard print right in his face. That's not true. It was like a plain black gaff. Uh, for anybody who needed to know about that, you didn't. But Honest Ava is honest through and through. I'll tell you something. If I ever cut down a cherry tree, which I wouldn't put it past me, I would say to everyone later, I cannot tell a lie. I cut down that cherry tree. Unless it was like a provincially protected, government protected tree in a park, and I knew that the repercussions would be severe if I were to be indicted in the crime. So I wouldn't always tell the truth. I would say, "This is what I would do. This is what I would do." I would say, "I cannot tell a lie. I didn't cut down the cherry tree." Oh, and that's so weird and interesting because it's a lie. So it's two lies because I lied about not telling a lie. And then I told the lie after that. Not good. You know, ever since Ava had her support tartar buildup obliterated from her mouth, she's become so morally terrible. Oh man, I was looking for a more sophisticated word than that, and it tripped me up, and the moment was ruined. So anyways, that's the story of what happened at Perry Sound at the CBC LOL taping. I forgot my panties, and someone asked if I forgot drugs, and I considered for a half second admitting to a drug addiction that I do not have. Pretty funny, though. That could be a bit. If I don't trip on my goddamn words. But I cannot tell a lie. No, not me. I'm honest, Ava. Except when it comes to complimenting other people. I mean, no, that's not even true. Whenever I compliment somebody, I pick something about them that I sincerely see as a positive. You know, if somebody worked hard on something, then I didn't enjoy it, then I'll always lie and I'll say it was good. But who am I to crush someone's confidence? But this is the thing. If I'm watching a newer comedian, a younger comedian who isn't very good, then, I'm not going to blow false smoke up their ass. But this is what I do because I think it's healthier than, first of all, being one of those types who's like, I tell it like it is. But it's really just their excuse to be an asshole. They're like, no one tells the truth but me. But a lot of the time, it's not even a matter of objective truth. It's just subjective assholery. And you're just being a dick. And you're like, I tell it like it is. And it's like, no, you see things a certain way. And you're an asshole about it. And you just want to be antagonistic and flex on somebody. Ahem. Anywho, me, whenever I see a comic who sucks, I'll pick something that I do actually think was the positive in their set. I'll be like, oh, that premise about pillow fighting, that has potential. I can see that being something, you know, something like constructive. You know, if they bombed the rest of the set, but there was a joke in there that I was like, I like the thing about the dog. That was good. Then I meant it. I don't know. My friend suggested I was a disingenuous person a couple weeks ago, and that really hurt. Because I really, really, really don't think I am. I'm the realest one there ever was. But it really made me stop and you know me. So anybody says anything about me that even right up front, I deny with every fiber of my being, I'm like, well, that's just not true about me. I will still take it away and be like, well, why did I react like that? And is that any indicator that there might be a nugget of truth in there somewhere? And maybe I should be sure and hyperanalyze. God, it's just, can you tell my brain never fucking shuts up? Yeah, so that's the Perry Sound story. I'm gonna start to keep my stories shorter and more to the point. That's the Ava guarantee. The Ava guarantee involves me telling stories quicker and more succinct. Okay. I got a lot I want to talk about, but boy oh boy, I'll pick the stuff that's most relevant. So, oh man, this part will feel embarrassing. This feels a little embarrassing, this part. So more embarrassing than the underwear story. No shame. No shame about that whatsoever. I think it's too funny to even care. I don't even care what you think. It's silly. Why would I be embarrassed about that? It's funny. But this feels a little bit like I'm telling on myself. But it is what it is. So I was in I filmed an episode for Roast Battle Canada, which airs on July 15th. In case you're interested and you're Canadian, no Americans allowed again to watch any of my stuff, which fucking sucks and I hate it. And I'm sorry to my American friends, and I agree it's fucking bullshit that everything I've been on you're not allowed to see up until my special June 30th YouTube. So make sure you watch that because it's the one thing that my government will let you watch. Because it's not up to my government. Okay. July 15th. In case you want to watch Canada's Roast Battle, 10:30 p.m. on CTV. Me and my friend Hunter Collins. So they cut us some clips and sent them away to every comedian to share and to promote their appearance on Roast Battle Canada. And mine did okay. I mean, it does as well as the rest of my clips, which don't do as well as I would like, of course. I think I'm better than my my videos reflect. It's weird. I think my live experiences, it's just, I guess that's just the way of things. Is live is always better than videotaped. And it's not like I'm realizing that now, but ugh, I just don't know how to make any of my good jokes go viral. Anyways, my bit that they sent me was okay, and then the bit that Hunter posted went viral. It's gone viral, which I'm not saying at all that that's a bad thing. In fact, I'm grateful. But here's the rub. I'm gonna take a quick look. I'm gonna take a quick look and see how many views we were last at. 697,000. That counts as viral, right? Feels like it. 697,000 views compared to my, I don't even want to look, like 4,000. Embarrassing difference of him, like, and his joke significantly better than mine. He dummied me. So rightfully so that video went viral. And I've got this huge influx of new Instagram followers. Hello, if you're here from that. Hello. Huge. My follower count spiked like crazy. And more people are sort of trickling in to watch the rest of my content from there. And of course, the deluge of transphobic comments. And bless Hunter's fucking heart. He's the one defending me in the comment section. He's coming back at these people. I love him. He is so awesome. Hunter Collins, check him out. He's a great dude. Lovely guy. Super funny. And God bless his heart. He's fighting the transphobes in the comments. But also, you naive boy. They just block and jettison them out into space. Send them into the block capsule and jettison them out into the vacuum of space, where you don't have to listen to that shit anymore. But yeah, part of me actually kind of, in my mind, is like grateful that someone who isn't trans gets to see it happen and understand what it's like. You know what I mean? Like, since Hunter and I are both like collaborators on the video, he gets notifications every time somebody says something shitty about me. And so I'm grateful. I feel bad that he would have to be subjected to that, and I'm grateful, but I'm more grateful for the feeling that a cis ally might actually get close to experiencing what that is like. You know? And hateful comments aren't exclusively a trans experience. That's not what I'm saying. But that this sort of particular brand of vitriol, this never-ending bigotry, this one note, like a Hunter by now is calling people, he's calling people cowards, which I love. he's just calling people unimaginative and boring, and it's true. So any kind of vague feeling that someone might get it, someone might understand on a more personal level, I think that's a healthy thing. That's understanding. That is internalizing more viscerally and more personally someone else's experience. But that said, now I'm gonna get a little petty. Despite myself, I am a little bitter and a little, my ego is bruised. This is ego shit right here. And I recognize that. I'm going to say that as a disclaimer before I get into it. My ego is a little bruised at the fact that, you know, the last thing that I did that went viral didn't involve my voice or my opinion or my face even. It was me shot from behind imitating a dance move in my onesie. And like none of my comedy has ever reached that level. And then, the next thing that does is a video in which I don't speak again, and it's somebody dunking on me. So, I know ego isn't a healthy thing, but in this instance, I cannot deny that it stings a little. That my success has only ever come when my greatest, I won't say my success in general, but my greatest numbers that I'm pulling on social media uh aren't really on my terms, aren't on my ideal terms. I'll say that. Because, I look pretty good getting roasted. I look pretty good getting spin roasted. Oh, why did she say that? I don't know. I look pretty cute in that video, and that's okay. There are worse videos that I could be. It's not a humiliating video per se. I mean, it's a really good joke. It's a funny joke. I'm proud of Hunter for it. It's yeah, that's you get what I'm saying. It's just it hurts. I have to really confront my ego and navigate feeling like my content is inferior to when I'm, this is the best numbers I've done, and it's someone else's stuff, someone else's content, really. I feel like this is oversharing. I shouldn't be so self-deprecating and defeatist, and I shouldn't vocalize my failures as much to you guys. Does that make sense? Should I not be doing that? Because there's something to be said for Conan O'Brien did that Hot Wings episode, and I highly recommend. It's very funny. He's just so on. I have a feeling that on a certain level, Conan would probably be insufferable to hang out with, because it's just like, hey man, just shut it off for a minute, please. Could we just like hang out without having everything be a bit? I know people like that, and they're not nearly as good as Conan. I mean, he's a legend, so maybe it would be so much more fun to be around him. But anyways, he did say something actually serious and insightful about on his show. Every time a guest would comment on, oh, well, that joke didn't do well, or like, oh man, this audience hates me, as soon as they presented that as a reality to the audience, all the energy and all the life and support in the room just disappeared. And so he was saying, like, you can't do that in show business. You need to put on a face the whole time and be like, everything rocks. Isn't this amazing? Isn't what I'm doing spectacular? Aren't you having fun? We are all so successful and talented and brilliant and effervescent, and nothing is going wrong. Everything is going according to plan. I mean, with exceptions. I mean, improv, contextually that they're making it up on the spot. Stand up, you can have so much fun playing with like things going wrong. Of course, that's my bread and butter, and I love it. But now I'm beginning to wonder if this confessional space that I've cultivated here in PodGis is sometimes so honest as to diminish my quality and kind of teach you, the viewer / listener, that I ain't the shit. Which, I'm humble, but I'm also the shit. I am so the shit. I'm fucking cool and funny and cool. And I can say something insightful every once in a while. I say insightful things. I'm not the smartest shed in the pond, but I'm still capable of some ideas that might put your fucking brain on a treadmill. I'm no cerebral spin class here, but I'll give you a little something to chew on. I'm mixing my metaphors. I'm no cerebral spin class, but you'll go home with a recipe after my cooking course. You'll learn how to boil and fry an egg. Boil a fry an egg. Oh man. Okay, I've hit the 1 hour mark, and there's more stuff that I would like to talk about, but I've really felt on fire there with the Mavis Beacon stuff. I really wanted you guys to know about the taping and forgetting my underwear thing. That was really funny. That was so funny when I forgot my underwear back at the hotel room. And I had to ask them to drive me back to the hotel room. That was so funny. Oh my God. I couldn't even believe it. That's hard to do. That's like tiring. You know? If I could maintain that, then maybe I'll end on a happy note. I was just about to say, then maybe people will think I'm a cis woman more often. Maybe I'll pass. But let's end on a happy story after I've just cast doubt on my potential and my talent. Today, after I left my dentist appointment, I crossed the street to the grocery store. I needed to pick up some stuff. And I found myself in the entrance, stuck behind a lady who was, I think, sanitizing. I forget. She was doing something. She was holding up the line. I was right behind her. I wanted to grab a basket. And she did the classical Canadian thing where she was like, oh, sorry about that. Sorry. And of course, me being the Canadian that I am, I responded, sorry. No, it's okay. Take your time. Sorry. It was just a we found ourselves in a good old fashioned Canadian sorry hootenanny. Sorry about that. I'm taking so long. No, sorry. I don't want to rush you. Sorry about that. So cute. The person behind me going, sorry, because they just showed up and now they're here. It's such a Canadian thing. When there's a sorry fest going on, that maybe you're just there. And also you have to say sorry for some reason. Like if two people are sorrying and you gotta scooch by them and you gotta go, sorry. Canadians are so fucking funny like that. Two people doing a sorry fest and you gotta go, no, sorry, I'm trying to get by here, sorry. And then they turn around and they're like, sorry, we're in the way, sorry. Sorry. Oh, that's so cute about us though. I think that's a really cute quality. Anyways, so the lady and I did our sorry fest. Sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry. And here's the thing. In all my hardly vocal feminization training, I'm trying out on the field now. At this point, I'm not doing any more exercises. I might talk to myself in the morning just to like try and knock out the fucking buzz. I wake up with so much buzz, and sometimes I film myself on Instagram stories and I play them back and I hate how I sound, but it is what it is. When I wake up, what is it? Did I swallow 10 bees in my sleep? You know what I mean? Did the guy upstairs leave his buzz saw in my larynx in my sleep? Is that why there's no more buzzing? Because he fucking found a storage unit in my giant throat and left his buzz saw in there? Why am I waking up so buzzy? Anyways. Lady and I do our Sorry Fest. Sorry Fest 2024, headlined by Blink-182. Sorry. It's too late to say sorry. Oh man. So we do our Sorry Fest 2024, headlined by Blink-182. Sorry. And she looks down at my shoes. I got these cute hot pink shoes, my runners. And she goes, "Oh my god, I love your shoes. They're gorgeous." And then she looks from my shoes up to me and she goes, "Oh, just like you, you're gorgeous." And I so taken aback at this Sorry Fest 2024 turned into a compliment fest 2024. I want to compliment you. And Compliment Fest 2024 headlined by Blink 182. Let me compliment you. My tea's gone cold. I'm wondering why. Every band sang like that back then. But the Blink 182, the OGs. What's his name? The guy that sings like that. Tom DeLonge. Tom DeLonge. So she looks at my shoes. Oh my god, gorgeous shoes. And then she looks up and she goes, "Oh, you're gorgeous." And I'm so good in my vocal training. That's what I was getting at. I'm so good lately. I'm getting better at quick little exclamations that sound really perfectly feminine. Where in my head I've got this like pass fail grade in my head that everything I say, I'm just so conscientious of how I sound now. In everything that I say in public is just like I'm thinking about it. All the time. I'm thinking about how my voice sounds. I'm constantly monitoring it. It drives me a little crazy. Can you imagine constantly thinking about how you sound as you're speaking? I did it this whole podcast. Imagine how that would drive you fucking crazy. That's what it's like being me. That's what it's like being a lot of trans women. Trans people, for the matter, I would say. But probably a lot, especially trans women. Um, so I'm out there in public, and over the course of the day, I will have moments where I'll be like, "Oh, nailed it! I'm getting better," and I'll feel good, and I'll be like, "That sounded so good." When if I'm in a sorry fest and I'm like, "Sorry about that, sorry." It's not happening now because my throat is getting actually kind of tired. I'm trying so hard. Um, and so, anyways, I, I, I said thank you, and I said that's very, but I said it more feminine than this because it was a quick. I noticed that I'm very good at quick little ones, and then the more I have to say, the harder it gets. So, but this is a good indicator that I'm on the right track because I'll get better and better at sustaining over longer sentences. See? Over longer orations. So, God, Ava gets stay on fucking track, but I got so much I want to say. So, anyways, I apologized and then thanked her, and then she continued to be like, "Boy, it's so hot out there, isn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah, oh my God, it's." I forget what I said, but I was just sort of socially vibing with this lady. She's like, "It's so hot out there." She goes, "If you want to know what menopause is like, that's exactly what it's like. Oh boy." And she starts sort of monologuing at me a little bit. She's like, "Out there, that's how menopause feels." And and as she turns to walk away, she goes, "Boy, someday you'll find out." And then she walked away. And I'm paraphrasing, but she said something to the extent of, "Someday you you're so lucky you're young, but someday you're going to have to experience that. You're going to have to experience what I'm going through." She implied that someday I was going to have menopause. Yay! I've never been happier at someone implying that someday I will have menopause because that means that she read me head to toe as a cis woman. And there's like a little nugget of doubt in my head that always in instances like these is always going to be like, well, maybe she was just being nice. I mean, that voice is constantly also going in my head whenever people say nice things to me. There's that voice that's like, they're just being nice. They're saying that just to be nice. They're being a kind person. Or in more, sometimes depending on the person, a little more cynically, they want something from you, which it happens. But I was just like, she's just being nice. She read me as trans and she thought this would make me happy. But like, Who would do that? You know what I mean? That the likelihood of that being the case is so infinitesimally small. And she would have had to like assess the situation and then like split second decide to say something. Like the logic seems too sophisticated to have been come up with on the spot by this lady to be like, oh, I want to compliment this woman. Oh shit, she's trans. uh oh shit, I'm talking about the weather. How can I weave this into a deeply subtle compliment? Not I'm like reading the situation. I don't think you can blame me for taking that compliment as truth at face value and say that this lady thought I was a cis woman. So speaking, uh how relating this to my journey, it's small exchanges like those with a perfect stranger that are so invigorating and so encouraging, so validating, so validating to remind me that I'm on the right track, baby. I'm making progress. That is a real benchmark of progress. And so whoever you are, lady, I remember she scurried into the grocery store and then just straight disappeared. I guess she was in a rush. And I didn't want to like chase after her. I was hoping I would bump into her somewhere in one of the aisles so I could stop her and say, "Hey, I just want you to know what you said back there." And I wasn't going to touch on the menopause thing cuz that would have been weird. Um I was just going to say it vaguely like that so she could interpret it as like, "Oh, I called her gorgeous and she really needed to hear that today," or something. I was gonna say what you said back there really made my day because that's the truth. And I think when people say nice things, I think it's also a very nice thing to let them know, to encourage that sort of behavior, to be kind to strangers on the street. I want people who pay kindnesses altruistically out of the grace of their heart just in public. I want them to feel encouraged to continue doing so because I mean, look around. Life is fucking hard for us all. We're all fighting. Everyone is fighting demons on a daily basis, and you have no idea what's going on in somebody's head. And so you really have no idea the profound positive effect you can have on somebody just by pointing out something really nice about them or saying something encouraging. She probably has no idea how much that meant to me. No clue. And you think about that and you're like, what kind of a legacy are you leaving behind with strangers on a daily basis? What sort of kindnesses are you extending to your fellow person that you will be remembered for, and you don't even know it, and you will never know it? And I think that's a beautiful thing. It's it would be tragic to someone who needed that kind of validation. Like there was part of me that was like, it's tragic that you never find out how much your passing words may have meant to somebody on a given day. But like that's not the point. It's not about you. And it's such an easy thing to do. And it's such an easy sacrifice. So, lady, if you're out there, I'm putting out the vibes. Thank you. What you said really made my day in a day that I was really fucking struggling. I was really miserable today. Not gonna bring it up, not gonna talk about it. um, that's it. That's PodGis for this week. That's my closing message is go out and say something nice to a stranger this week. Do it. Try it. Do it every day if you could. Do it as often as you can muster. Because it'll mean more than you know, but that isn't also the point. You're not supposed to. And I wish I told her how much that meant to me though. Did I just contradict myself? Maybe a little bit there. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Um, I really do wish that lady knew how much that meant to me. Hmm. Did I just contradict? I may have contradicted myself all up in that. But do nice things just to be nice. Don't expect anything in return. But good for you if you do get something in return. But also, be kind. Just be kind. Say nice things. Compliments are so cheap, and you don't have to be disingenuous about them. Do it the Ava way. Pick something. Pick something that you sincerely think you like about somebody. Hey, I like your shoes. Your shoes are cool. Every time I see a girl rock like a really cool outfit, this is one of my favorite things about transitioning now is, I'll be honest, paying compliments to random people as a guy, it it's odd. It's not odd, it just, understandably, in a lot of cases for women, they're not gonna, it's a bit, what? I don't know. What am I trying to say? It could be uncomfortable. It could be interpreted in a less than welcome way. But I gotta tell you, yep, this is a double standard in gender. Now that I've transitioned, I can compliment any woman's outfit, but also I do it in like a bright, playful way. That isn't like, hey, your skirt looks fucking fine on you. It's also how you do it. But, as a guy, it's for sure. It's harder as a straight man, straight passing man out there. You can't. It's hard to go up to a woman and pay a wholesome, genuinely, like, not trying to hit on you. Not trying to hit on you, but I think your skirt is really nice. Although that shouldn't be the case. Anyways, I love that I get to do that now. Every time a girl crosses the street, I've done it a bunch this week where I'll be like, I love your outfit. You are rocking the hell out of that. And then I'll keep walking, and they're like, oh, thanks. And it's very nice. Anyways, that's PodGis. Pay people compliments. That's all. That's all I wanted to say. Be nice to people. Just be nice. Even if you don't, I mean, sometimes you don't know they might be a racist. But that's the risk you gotta take. Whoops! Why did I say that? Now I just soured the whole message. Pay people compliments, random ones on the street, even though once in a while you might accidentally compliment a racist that you don't know about. Oh well. Okay, anyways, that was PodGis. Okay. I'll see you guys next week. I love you. Thank you for listening, and you look great and you're doing awesome. Fuck how you look for now. Even though you do look great, that's not what matters. What matters is that you're surviving out there. You're doing your best, and good for you. You're surviving, and you're great, and you're worthy of love. So take that with you. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I'm gonna go do cocaine because I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to cocaine. I didn't forget to wear my underwear for this podcast. Nope. Okay, bye.